Hello everyone. Welcome back to PB Talks. Welcome back to yet another video. This time I am joined by a fellow CSK fan from our enemy territory called Bengaluru. His name is Subhranshu. We've spoken a lot before, and we are a part of the World Cricket Fans Group, and we all speak a lot, not just regarding CSK, regarding Indian cricket as well in general. And we are here to discuss the mid-season report card of Chennai Super Kings. Normally in schools, they all give us something like a mid-term report card, which none of us want to see. We all know how we casually screwed up in every single test, but at least we are happy to see that CSK currently tops the table in the mid-season, and 7 games in, 5 wins, 10 points. It's a nice feeling, right? Nice aerial view of other teams down below.
Yeah, I mean, it's a comeback season for us after the disappointing one last year. So, yeah, midway feeling happy to be on top of the table.
For 2020, we are at 2021. Let's hope that for 2022, we have a 2023. And incidentally, 2018, first 7 games, we had won 5 and lost 2. 2021 as well, in the first 7 games, we won 5 and lost 2. 2023, we have won 5 and lost 2. Fill in the blanks. So I can leave that up to your discretion. And we see the points table now. We are currently at 10 points, very healthy net run rate as well, which will definitely come in handy towards the fag end of the season while the playoff spots are being decided. Of course, the top 4 teams will go to the playoffs. The first qualified one between 1 and 2, eliminator between 3 and 4. Both of those games will be happening in Chennai, and the qualifier 2 as well as the final will be happening in Ahmedabad as well. So, what are your thoughts halfway this season? I know we are top and stuff. There are still some tough games to go. We play Rajasthan next. Then we play Punjab, Lucknow, Mumbai. Games do come thick and fast. So what has your assessment been of the season so far?
It's like each game that we have won, it has been more of an different individual coming up and performing. So we see in the RCB match, we see that although we put up a decent score, according to the Bangalore pitch, our bowlers held their nerves in the death overs and they pulled back the game from where Faf and Maxwell were taking it. And in the past 2 games, we have seen Devon Conway. I think back to back, he has had 3 or 4 50s now.
4 50s in a row.
So 4 50s in a row. And Rahane, it's just a special thing. I mean, the way everyone had ruled him out of the books, we were not even sure whether he's going to be in the starting 11 because we already have so many, tried and tested openers in our squad. We have even Ambati Rayudu had opened along with Shane Watson in the 2018 edition. So no one was really sure whether Rahane would be making it to the 11. But once he got a chance, he has just proved himself. So yeah, it's been like almost everyone has contributed somewhere or the other in this thing. It's not just one individual carrying the entire team throughout the season so far.
And that's it, right? Teamwork makes the dream work. You cannot just handle on 1 or 2 players to carry you throughout. I mean, with one and the same player cannot be performing in every single game. If one drops, someone has to step up in. Like at the start, at the first game, Gujarat Titans, we had Gaikwad who had an absolutely superb game, whereas the others couldn't really do much. It was kind of like the Gaikwad show all the way. And in bowling, we kind of lost it in the power play, to be honest, even though we did pull it back well. But you knew what Rasheed Khan and Tewatia were going to do, and we lost the first game. But after which we have 3 times we have batted first in 3, and like after which, we have 3 times we have scored 200 plus batting first, and that has got to be a great sign. And especially if you see the opening of Gaikwad and Conway in about 14 partnerships together, they've got about 650 plus scores, which is very good to see. Devon Conway with 450s in a row, second on the orange cap list, behind just the guy we replaced him with Faf du Plessis. And in terms of the economy while bowling, we are the best when it comes to the death overs bowling. We have been superb in the death this season. And when it comes to batting, first 6 overs and the death overs, we have had the best run rate as well. Our main Achilles heel, actually 2 of them, has been in the power play bowling, where we have the worst economy. We kind of give literally 50-60 runs every single time, and the catching as well. I don't know why last 2 seasons especially, our catching has been so poor. Like if you see one time, 2014, 2013, you had Suresh Raina, you had Jadeja, you had Brendan McCullum, you had DJ Bravo, everyone who did not know the meaning of dropping a catch. And all of a sudden, these last 2 seasons, and this season, we've dropped almost close to 10, 12 catches on another day that could have proved to be very, very costly, especially in the RCB game where we dropped 4 catches. I was thinking, Jesus Christ, I mean, could this get any worse?
Even the RR match, even the RR match,
exactly. I mean, Moeen Ali, the ball
where it
looked
actually proved costly,
to him, like literally
where it
stripping
actually
everywhere.
looked, where it actually proved costly.
Yeah, RN match it proved costly, and but we have even in the KKR game. I know the game was won, but still we kind of dropped 2 catches. And normally you always say they always come with the catches win matches thing, but we have to improve on that, and of course the power play boarding as well. But we are looking very good. I mean, home we have won 2 out of 3 games. Away we have won 3 out of 4. Well, I say away, but every ground is basically filled with yellow shirts everywhere because of you know who.
Yeah.
It's a very simple answer.
Yep. So I mean, yeah, like all the away games as well. This time we have seen that like everyone knows that this is like. I mean, even this time he himself is giving hints that it's going to be his last IPL. So everyone is actually just going for that.
I mean, he hasn't said technically this is his last season. I mean, but that's the thing with Dhoni, right? He never says it. He just does it. I mean, you go back all the way to the.
So yeah, that's what even in the international cricket, if you see there, he did not no one had any hint that he's going to retire. Like everyone was at least expecting another World Cup, like another T20 World Cup or something at least. But then he just retired out of the blue. But here, every time, whenever there's a post-match presentation or a toss time or something, there are these small statements coming out here and there, which are giving the hint that this could be the farewell.
And to be fair, I am sort of prepared for that. We all knew that he was going to retire sometime, and the other man is 41 years old. I mean, he has done. He's basically created CSK what it is now. He's built this from scratch to what it is now. He's created an absolute dynasty. He's created a fan base that is absolutely brilliant. I mean, everywhere you see only yellow shirts. I mean, you for a second you would be confused whether
we can see the era. Like it's the era of Dhoni. Like from 2008, if you see, Stephen Fleming played under Dhoni. He's now the coach of CSK. Then you have DJ Bravo, everyone like Michael Hussey, everyone. These people played under Dhoni and they are the coaches of the team.
Now. Yeah.
Then if you move to the other franchises, not only restricted to CSK. Now you have your Gautam Gambhir. He has also played under MSG's captaincy in international cricket. He is the coach of LSG now.
Yeah.
And there are multiple others also. So it's like people have also come. Played under him, retired after that, and he's still here. He's still playing as a captain.
That's the longevity, right? And he is the only standing captain from the 2008 when the first ever IPL was on. Every captain has retired, and so but he's the only one who has been standing, and we have to move past him. I know it's going to be hard, but it is what it is. I mean, I kind of relate to the NBA, like in the way like NBA have the Chicago Bulls, where they had a period in the 90s where they almost won every single championship, and they had one man whose name went by Michael Jordan, and he is the NBA GOAT. And like that, you can't say that Dhoni is the CSK IPL GOAT, but it's post him. It's post Michael Jordan and Chicago Bulls have not been able to win another championship. Hopefully, CSK don't go down the same route. We are hopefully that they go down the LA Lakers route. Well, despite Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kobe Bryant, etc., all of those players leaving, they still may be able to produce players who are able to win championships, like your LeBron James, like your Anthony Davis, etc. So, what are your standouts from this season? Well, like the big positives and of course the negatives as well. What have been your standouts from?
The big positive I would say is, as you mentioned earlier, that our economy in the death has been the best. So, like prior to the start of the season, I really felt that that was one of our weakness going into the edition. That death bowling is going to be a tough task for CSK. But so the biggest positive is one, the death bowling. Number two, the way, especially like the credit goes to also the impact player rule over here. Like that is something that is boosting the run rates and the targets that are being achieved in this edition. So there we have, like, I mean, Shivam Dube again. It's like he takes up few dot balls and then he scores boundaries and then he covers up his run rate, like strike rate. So, but then he played a crucial knock against RCB, and Rahane was the biggest of all. Like biggest positive was Rahane. It was a steal at that moment itself. Like the day he was bought in the auction itself, I had told that it was a big steal that we have taken, because he is someone who has been itching to prove himself, because he's not been getting those chances in the other franchise. And if you, I don't know if you have seen that Insta reel of mine when I got an opportunity to meet him in my office campus. This was back in August last year,
Ah,
and I asked him whether he'll be like which other franchise would he like to play for, like apart from the ones he has played for. And he was waiting for it because the crowd was chanting RCB and CSK, obviously because I am in Bangalore, so RCB was the majority, and there were a few CSK chants as well. So then he's like, "You have your answer." I'm like, "No, there are like two chants going on." So he's like, so after a pause, he's like, "If I get a chance, I would like love to play for CSK." And then 3 months down the line, we had the auction and CSK bought him. So yeah, I mean, Rahane is the biggest positive for me, and slowly and steadily, the one upcoming is Akash Kumar Singh and Matheesh Pathirana.
yeah.
They, I think, are going to be the key future bowlers for CSK.
Because in like Rahane, you mentioned, even I was thinking, okay, he is just like a backup opener for Gaikwad in case Gaikwad like drops home or gets injured or something. But then you look at the role Dhoni has given him. He's basically just told him like Dhoni just does what to Rahane what he does to every other player. He doesn't tell you what to do. He doesn't give you like a tactical breakdown, this, that, or the other. He just allows you to do what you want to do. He just gives you the freedom. If he sees some talent in someone, he will back you to the hill. Only if it goes way, only if it goes very bad, only then he will look to change. Else he doesn't change, and that is what has benefited the likes of Rahane and Dube. Even Shivam Dube was very critical of last season because there were glimpses, but they were no. Um, us buying him was not justified, in my opinion, last season. But this season, he's slowly proving many of us wrong. And you look at, he still does have some deficiencies, like the way he literally has zero foot movement. He literally just stands there and stand and deliver. But in one way, you could argue that they are boring to his strengths, literally boring to his art. But still, you have to put them away. And RCB game and KKR game, Lucknow game where he started a few hits. Um, I feel Rajasthan game he could have taken the review. Of course, he was not out when he just missed to take the review. But I am slowly starting to see that we are building something. And let's start from the openers. Let's start from Gaikwad and Devon Conway. One of the biggest reasons we won 2021 was we had a one opening partnership throughout the whole of the IPL. If you saw 2020, we started with Faf du Plessis and Munli Vijay. And then Faf du Plessis came in. And then we randomly put Sam Curran up the top of the order. And then once finally things were going wrong, we realized we'll start with Gaikwad and du Plessis for last 3 games. It worked well. And then 2021, we continued the same way. 2022, we started with the Gaikwad and Conway. We benched Conway after one game. And then Uthappa came in. That was going for a few games that didn't work well. And then finally Conway came in and we were seeing, okay, this can continue for a period of time. And you look at even that as well. Devon Conway, 2 crores, big steal.
Yep, like the worth he's giving is way more than that. But then, like on the negative side, you see someone like a Ben Stokes, whom we have spent so much, and the concern of on his injuries was there from the beginning. So, I mean, that's the thing that comes along. So during auction, I was just having these two in mind, either Sam Curran or Ben Stokes. So Sam Curran will be a sure start Like he won't have those injury problems and all.
Yeah.
But again, like the kind of skill set and the thing that Ben Stokes brings to the table is very important for us. But then the main fact being that he should be in the starting 11. He should be fit to play. That's the only thing.
And you look at the other stuff, right? Look at their playing 11 and look at how much they cost. I think I saw a tweet from some other one. Playing 11 on the other 2 or 3 games, they cost only like 50 crores or something. But then we have Ben Stokes and Deepak Chahar who themselves are 30 crores and then they're not playing. Deepak Chahar is last 2 seasons is basically made of glass. Every 3 or 4 games he's getting injured, and Ben Stokes, we don't know when he's coming back. And still, we also have got injuries. I mean, Mukesh Chaudhary unfortunately was out of the tournament. Kyle Jamieson, who we bought for a base price, is out of the tournament. We bought Sisanda Magala in. He played one or two games and he got injured as well. But still, we are able to cope up with whatever we have with us. And as you mentioned earlier, Matheesha Pathirana, we got him last season. He showed what he was capable, but we all know from the sling action, we call him Baby Malinga and whatnot. But these 3 games that he has played, he has shown that he has what it takes to be at that highest level.
Even I think last year he played a few games. I think
Yeah.
his economy was a bit on the higher side, maybe, but he was pretty effective with like he was getting some wickets, I guess, in the death
Yeah,
also.
first ball he got Shubman Gill out. So
Hmm. Yeah.
and Akash Singh, who we got on as a replacement from Mukesh Chaudhary, he has come in and done well. 4 games, I think 5 or 6 wickets, and with a good economy as
Yeah.
well. Yes, he did go for a few runs in his first game, but eventually, which new bowler doesn't go for new runs? And I mean, if you look at the batting tracks that we have had, especially like Bangalore one, even KK to an extent, you can say as a batting track, but he did well to contain the first few overs. And I can see him. We can groom him and make him a mainstay for the next few years. And when Mukesh Chaudhary comes back fully fit, we don't know whether we'll keep him because he was the replacement player. Whether we'll get to keep him or not is another question. And another one who I've been actually impressed with in one way is Tushar Deshpande. I mean, what have your thoughts been on Tushar Deshpande? Yes, he is second. He has conceded runs, but he's still on the second highest wicket taker.
I see this Tushar. I think Tushar Deshpande is Lord Thakur 2.0 for us. He goes for runs, but he takes wickets.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like almost pretty similar style of bowling as well. I haven't seen him much with the bat, but yeah, he's just like Shardul Thakur 2.0 for me for CSK right now. Like even though we see the leaderboard in the wicket takers, he's number 2 on the wickets column, but his economy rate is bringing him down to number 5.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's one concern, and most of it is credited to his extra deliveries that he's bowling.
Yeah.
Too
The
many
wides
wides,
and all.
too many no balls. Mm. So yeah, that's the issue with Tushar Deshpande. But yeah, as long as he keeps picking up wickets, it's fine.
Exactly. And of course, talking about the main, when it comes to Chennai, the main thing we talk about wicket taking is spin bowling. We always apply that
Spin.
spin choke in the middle with the likes of Jadeja. First, Sandner came in. I mean, it was unfortunate to see him sit out after good performance after good performance, but it's just the rule with the foreigners. And Theekshana came in. He did take his time to adapt, but he is slowly coming into his own. Last 2 games, he has done some good performances. RCB game his last 1 or 2 hours he did well. Even KKR he picked up the big wicket of Jason Roy. So Jadeja, I would like to see him a lot more with the bat. Yes, he's doing it with the ball, with the field. You don't need to tell what he is about. Mitchell Sanders come in and done well. And Moeen Ali, with the chances he has got, he has done well. He's picked up crucial wickets here and there. So overall, squad-wise, how do you see us going forward for the rest of the tournament? Because I think we'll definitely make top 2.
Yeah, top 2 looks pretty much in sight from here right now because almost halfway through we are on the top. But then again, if you see the points table, it's very close packed. It's just one win here and there, one loss here and there, and the entire table can just flip here and there. So yeah, see, like CSK is on top with 10 points, and right now I don't think anyone. Okay, Gujarat is on 6 or 8. Gujarat is on 8.
6 games, eight
So if
points. They
Gujarat
play
wins today,
Mumbai
they
Indians in the next game. If they win, they'll go to 10 points as
ha
well. They can come to second.
yeah. And what's their net run rate? 0.2. Yeah. So yeah, they
Yeah,
will come to second unless they have a big margin of victory.
huge victory.
They
Yeah,
will come on second. Yeah. So that's what. So first place is 10 points right now, followed by I think another four sides with 8 points. Yeah, four sides with eight, five sides with eight
five
points.
actually. Gujarat
One
game in
with
hand.
yeah, five with 8 points. Yeah, five with eight right now, and MI sitting at six. So if MI wins today, it'll be six teams with on 8 points,
Yeah,
and the bottom three on 4 points. So it's like no, it's not evenly split across like two. It's like it's equally points. Like it's very well poised right now. The points table, just
yeah,
one
and
win
it's
here
not
and there,
really a big
but
gap between 8 and 4 if you look at it that way.
hmm,
I mean, 2 wins here, two
yeah,
losses
I
here.
mean just two
People
games.
get flipped.
Yeah, I mean, see, if you have one head-to-head game amongst one four-pointer and one eight-pointer, that itself will give you like the eight-pointer stays on eight. If the four-pointer wins, they get to six, and if the eight-pointer loses to some other team and this other team, this four-pointer wins against one more team, then that's it. They are at 8 points. It's just the net run rate that's going to play an important role at the end. So no matter what, like the approach that CSK takes, like take the match till the end, no matter whether you're winning or losing. It's actually not going to destroy your net run rate. Even if you lose, it's not. It's going to be a very close call on the net run rate. So that's the best. That's the best outcome of that approach. I am just happy to see that my prediction of top four for the final, like the end of the points table, is what is happening in the mid season right now. Like actually, like Aryan, you know Aryan, right?
Yeah, yeah,
From
of
the
course.
World Cricket fans. So pre IPL, we had a discussion with him on his channel, and he had taken the predictions like who will be the top four for each, from the each panelist. So these were the exact four I had mentioned. Although I had mentioned that RCB might be last, but fine. I mean they are fifth right now. So I mean it's still the start of the season. You never know how things will go. You never know. They
Yeah,
might come up at the
I
end.
actually had Sunrisers for top four, but this season, this based on the bowling and that good Indian core, but something has just not worked there. I mean, they can come back. There's still half of the season to go if they can start a winning run. You never know what is going to happen. But I had RR, I had GT, I had CSK obviously because I'm a CSK fan, and I think
Hmm.
probably CSK, RR, and GT would make it. I think maybe the fourth spot would be like a tie-up between LSG and RCB. That's what I think. Unless someone makes a miraculous comeback, that's how I see it finishing that way. But before we wrap this up, let's just quickly talk about our number 7 on the role he's playing, um, trying to give everyone a chance, and only if it's like the last one or two balls, he's like, I'll just come just to see the fans. I'll hit one or two sixes. If I hit the sixes, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But still, his presence behind the stumps, the way he just conducts himself. I mean, the RCB game, I was there looking around. I mean, you could sense the tension. I mean, only Dhoni was probably the one who was probably the calmest one. He knew that okay, this is still within reach of us, and we still could win this game. And the way he has encouraged Pathirana in every single game, and the way he picked him up, the fact that Pathirana is not even like played international game, and that he saw one video from like a school game, and he saw something in him, and then he picked him up. Last season he gave him games, and this season, um, obviously he couldn't start the first few games because he was on international duty. Now he has come in, and now he has cemented his place. The fact that most of the players have cemented their space despite not being some starters is one thing you like to see, because we thought Rahane would not be a starter. Now he's definitely not droppable. You cannot drop Rahane You can definitely not drop Gaikwad and Conway. You cannot drop Dube, Jadeja, Pathirana. Theekshana, you could make a case for it if Ben Stokes is fit and ready. Akash Singh is, you cannot drop him. Tushar Deshpande as well, you cannot drop him. So overall, our squad is looking good. So we do need, I think, 4 wins to be safe for playoffs. And anything above that will definitely guarantee us top 2. So we'll kind of make a quick predictions for our next for the remaining 7 games. Of course, there are pluses and minus here. So what do you think? So I'll just bring up the schedule for the last 7 games, and we'll kind of give our predictions and where we'll finish and whatnot. So we play RR next, and after that we play
Rajasthan, yeah.
home, and after that we play Lucknow away. Then Mumbai Indians at home, Delhi Capitals at home. Actually, 3 home games back to back before we finish our league season at Delhi. So, how many wins do you see out of the last 7? I say, I would say probably 5 wins out of the last 7. That is what I think. I could see us maybe, I could see us probably losing to Rajasthan and probably Mumbai Indians at home, because Mumbai Indians has always given us a tough time at Chepauk. So I probably see us losing both of them. I would love to win both of them, but I just see us kind of losing a steam with that. But other games, I see us winning. What about you?
Yeah, so I think Punjab we should win.
Yeah.
And we have 2 games to go against DC. 2 against DC are still remaining.
Yes.
So those 2 should be. I mean, it's hard.
Points.
It's not. I mean, it would be wrong to say that it's a cakewalk, but yeah, those should be 4 points straight away.
Points. We'll just put it that way. It should be 4 points for us.
Yeah, it should be 4 points for us. And KKR home game, I guess it should be good for us.
Yeah.
Like we have seen how we have gone to their home and we have beaten them.
Yeah.
And I don't think KKR has a good record at Chennai either way. So that should be 1. So
only they lost one when they won the IPL 2012. After that, they have been very poor at Chennai.
So even these are the 4 that I'm seeing CSK winning.
2 games. Yeah. Only those 2 games at Chennai that they won in that season. That's it. Apart from that, they have lost every single game.
So these 4 are like the ones which I feel for sure CSK should win.
Yeah.
I think like 2 against Delhi, 1 against Punjab, and 1 against KKR. These 4 are the ones which I feel CSK should win.
Yeah.
I'm a bit skeptical about LSG CSK because it is in Lucknow, and I don't know how the pitch is going to behave. Every time we see a different sort of a result in that, different type of game in that ground. And plus, we know the rivalry of Gambhir against Dhoni. So you never know what he comes up with, or what tactics he brings to the table on that day. So that is one thing I'm skeptical about. And again, as you mentioned about MI performing in Chennai. So that is one. And the run that Rajasthan is being on, although they are losing right now, but again, Rajasthan at Jaipur is dangerous. So that's something. It could be a 50-50 call on the RR CSK. That is tomorrow. That's on day after tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least 4 out of 7 is what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, and we should make the top 2 in my opinion, and hopefully we get to see him play, see CSK play qualifier 1, and after that the finals in Ahmedabad, and hopefully cup number 5 is what we all CSK fans are manifesting. Whether Dhoni will stay, Dhoni will leave is a matter of question, but let's enjoy him for this season, and then we'll worry about next season and when it comes down. But for now, this season, he will be there, at least I think. Hopefully he won't leave midway. That's what.
But one question about Moeen Ali. Like, do you think he still deserves a spot in the 11?
That's a good thing because
I mean, if it's not a spin friendly, if it's so yeah, that's what my thing was. If it's a spin friendly track, we can drop him. We can bring in Mitchell Santner. He'll give
Yeah,
you the proper like a proper spin, like a frontline spin option. Plus, he's handy with the bat. He's not like someone. He's not a tail ender as such for
yeah,
batting.
he's no slouch with the
So
bat. We've
Santner,
seen that.
and even if you consider that, like even if he's not that great with the bat, you already have enough batting when you have
Exactly.
Dhoni just coming in for one or two balls. So that's what. And see, the thing with Moeen Ali is, if we are considering him as a batting all rounder, he has not contributed with the bat so far.
Not really.
So that's the thing that I was having a concern about our playing 11 right now. So Moeen Ali, I don't know. He gave you one good match against LSG where he came in and he turned the match around with his spin bowling. But apart from that, I don't see really any other contribution that he has done which has helped CSK. He has done contributions which helped RR win that match, but apart from that, like I don't see any other contribution that he has had in this IPL. So we have a
Yeah,
lot of replacements available if you see. So if it's not a spin friendly track, then you can get in a Dwaine Pretorius.
yeah,
He is also handy with the bat and he can give you the good. Already our death bowling has been pretty good, but he
yeah.
can
He
still
can
give you some
definitely give you death overs.
maybe
Yeah,
middle overs and death overs.
yeah.
Yeah, and plus it will give us at least one more right hander in the middle order. Right now you're starting with Devon Conway, you have a Moeen Ali, you have Jadeja, you have Shivam
Dube.
Dube, you have like 4 or 5 left-handers coming in.
Exactly.
You have 4 or
Already.
5 left-handers in the middle order. So if you get in someone like a Dwayne Pretorius, he'll give you a decent replacement.
That's the thing, right? We
So
have enough in reserves that even if someone doesn't do well, we can adequately replace them. That's the good thing we have, at least in the terms of foreigners. So with that
that's a
comes
good
to the end
headache
of
to have,
this.
I say.
Yeah, sorry.
That's a good headache to have, I say.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Every
having too many
selection
options.
headaches are always good for the captain. I mean, you have players performing well, so you definitely have a case to pick one or the other. Either one. You mean you can have arguments to pick one, and you can have arguments to pick the other one as well. That's always a great selection headache to have. And with that, um, we can wrap this up. Thanks, Sitanshu, for joining. Of course, we are in different time zones, but one thing that unites us is the yellow jersey, and it's the number, and it's CSK. Of course, definitely can see he's pretty old school with the Gulf logo. Um, Probably one of the first sponsors, but Gulf Oil, and good to see many sponsors changing after that. But it's looking good for now. Expecting nothing less from the remainder of the tournament. We should go to the qualifier one, and we have a big chance of winning the cup at Ahmedabad. And let's see if that happens in the remainder part of the season. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to like this video. Every like does help the algorithm. Make sure to subscribe to PB Talks for more CSK content like this. I will be doing a review for every single CSK match day, and of course for other Chelsea women's content. I do Premier League content as well. Of course, Indian football content as well. I do. So make sure to check out that. And as I keep saying at the end of every single video, make sure to stay safe and wash them hands. And I'll see you all in yet another video. Until then, this is me, PB Talks, and Sudhanshu signing off. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.